Do, do, do. Hello, gang. Is everybody out there? They're going to be trickling in soon. I hear my dogs are out there. They just started barking. That's right, folks. I know. I told everybody we were going to do a Valentine tutorial. Valentine's, right? It's all about love. Well, guess what? I'm in love with those Philadelphia Eagles. That's right, folks. They're going to the Super Bowl this weekend. Watch out, you Patriots. Now, look, I know what some of you folks out there are probably thinking. Captain Visual's a front runner. All of a sudden, Eagles this, Eagles that. Pshaw. I've been an Eagle fan forever. Well, I did have this little stretch where I really liked the Steelers. But, hey, I was in Pennsylvania, and I could root for the Eagles and the Steelers. Why not? But I've been rooting for the Eagles since Roman Gabriel was out there. That's right, folks. This is a football helmet that me and my brothers wore. Well, we each had one back in our home in Norristown, Pennsylvania, when we were rooting for the Eagles back in the 60s. That's right, gang. Last time the Eagles won a championship was the year I was born. 1960. Oh, man. I hope things change this year. Of course, I got the old helmet and the new helmet, so we're ready for those Eagles. Ready to do some celebrating. Now, you know, I do some plugging when I do these videos, so I may as well get started right at the beginning, because a few of you probably are noticing that Captain Visual's Balloon Artist Field Bag this week is in Eagle colors. That's right. Black with some green trim on there. That's the beauty of these field bags, folks. I make them myself. I can make them in all kinds of different colors. And in case you're having a hard time finding them, I open up an Etsy store. Just go on to Etsy and look for Captain Visual. One word, Captain Visual, and you'll find my store. And all the bags in different colors are listed on there, and you can have your pick. And if you can't find anything, just contact me. I'll make them in whatever color you like, provided I got the colors available to me. Now, I also, besides plugging my Captain Visual Balloon Artist Field Bag, I've been plugging my kazoos too. The Plumber Kazoo, PL Hummer, because, hey, it's got a plunger on it. And look, I told you I like Eagles. I even have my Eagle one. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! That's right, folks. I'm ready to get my Doritos out. I am warmed up for the Super Bowl. But anyway, enough of that stuff. I know you guys want to get down to some balloon twisting. And I thought a lot about just pulling out green balloons. But I said, the Patriot fans will start crying that I'm biased or something. So we won't go there. But Valentine's Day is like 2 weeks away, and I did have some requests for some Valentine ideas. Now, you guys know that I've been making balloons forever and a day, and I have a tendency to stick with the old standards. And one of the things that I've been discovering lately is there's a lot of new folks out there that don't know the old stuff. So what's old is new again, and I'm going to teach you again tonight some things that are very fundamental and should be in every balloon artist's cookbook. Now, of course, the balloon heart is a standard. It's popular, and I know what you're thinking. That is not a balloon heart. That thing's not going to blow up and be heart shaped or anything like that. That's a 260 right there. Boy, rocket science, right? Most of us get started doing everything with 260s. We don't know about pre-shaped balloons. And you can make a pretty nice heart out of a 260. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways. And you know what? It takes practice. I've seen a lot of people get frustrated with this. So we're going to give you a shot. I got my buddy Mookie's balloon pump here. He built for me years ago. It's one of the stand-up pumps, one stroke, and it goes all the way to the end. So we're going to get it on here, blow it up. Oh, look at that. It took me 2 strokes that time. That's a 1-stroker, really. Now look, I blew this one up all the way. Hey, look, we're in 3D. Woo! Now, you can let a little bit of air out. It's a good thing to burp balloons, you know, just to sort of relax it a little bit. I'm going to tie it on there. Now, the simple way of making a balloon heart is you get a balloon, blow it up end to end. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to bring it together here, and we're going to aim for what is essentially 2, like 1-inch round bubbles on the bottom. Just kind of twist it off like that, so it looks like that. Got yourself a little loop, okay? Pretty simple. Now, what you want to do, folks, is find the middle of the balloon, just stretch it out, and you can find it right there, and tuck it in. Can you see how it's already starting to form that heart shape there? Just tuck it in there, and you want to grab it with one hand, and then you get the other hand in there, and you just give it a squeeze. You're squeezing the air out so that, I mean, honestly, there's no air where I'm squeezing. You can see and then you just slowly let the air back in, and you got yourself a nice little heart shape. See that? It's pretty simple, folks. You just give it a tuck it in, squeeze it, and let the air back out. Okay, and look, I just did it a double time, and maybe it's a little bit sharper. That is the 260 heart. Okay, now another thing that you can do with that, we'll try it in pink. Let me see if I can get 1 stroke out of my pump here today. Woo! That was better. I want to leave a little bit of tail at the end, and you can let some air out as usual. And you're going to get the 2 ends. Now, instead of tying one end and then tying them together, we're going to get both ends, bring them together, and tie them in a knot. Okay? Now, see the difference? We don't have the 2 little bubbles on the bottom. Okay? We're going to do the same thing as we did before. Tuck it in, and we're going to squeeze the air out. Oh man, nothing's worse than breaking a heart. Whoops, we gotta try that again. Holy moly, Captain Visual even breaks balloons. All right. You know, when you're breaking balloons in front of the little kiddies, it's nice to have some kind of a little joke or something, you know, like the heartbreaker line that I just threw out there. Maybe I didn't give enough burp on that last one. So anyway, here we go. We've got the heart without the bubbles on the bottom. So you can see they're essentially the same thing, just one with bubbles, one without. Now this one looks a little bit smaller because maybe I let some more air out. But they're your essential balloon hearts, okay? Now one thing that's really cool with these, hopefully this will happen, you know, when you're rubbing them on the kids, here we'll rub it on my head, you know, they'll stick to the wall. There you go. Then you can do a little bit of decorating there. Why not? You can have some fun with the little kids that way, or make little kids' hair stand up and stuff. A little static electricity. Have some fun with it. But while you're messing with their hair, maybe you want to put your heart on a hat or something. I know, I saw a bunch of laughing bubbles up there. What happened to Captain Visual's hairline? Oh, man. That's why you always see me under a baseball hat, folks. So, if you take a balloon and you make a basic helmet, now, not a football helmet, but we'll kind of borrow. You measure the kid's head like so, swinging around over the top like that. You got yourself the basic balloon helmet, you know. But you can take that balloon with the 2 little knobs there, and you just straddle it across the top of that. And then you got a real simple little balloon hat that you could put on top of the kids' heads. Real quick and easy, great for Valentine's Day. Now, maybe you don't want to put it right up there. Maybe you want to get a little bit more elaborate. And this is Captain Visual being lazy. We're going to take it off. Maybe we'll put it in the front here. Alright, instead of up on top. Maybe you have that other one that doesn't have the bubbles. You lock that in at the base. Whoa, yeah, look at that hat. Now, come on, folks. That was quick and easy. Big giant hat. You can put that on the little kids' heads and they'll go nuts. And it's a really nice little hat for Valentine's Day. Now look, if you're out doing restaurant work, Valentine's Day is a huge day for Valentine's work. I mean, all the couples are out there romancing and everything. So you can work those tables, and you don't have to work just the little kids. You can work the couples and make balloons for them. And, they like all the extra attention. Now, one thing that goes over really good, here we'll do it in red. I'm using all the Valentine's colors. This is a slight spin off of the heart that we just did. You've probably all seen lovebirds on a heart. It's a popular item. And I always had a problem doing it because it was like the big heart without the little knobs on the end, and you made two birds and you set them on there. And you had to get the tail just right and it rolled through and everything. And I'm not sure where I learned this. Somebody else taught it to me years ago. But I love it, and it goes a long way. It's one balloon, lovebirds on the heart. So what you do is you make a tail. It's about, maybe 2-3 inches long. That's going to be the tail of the lovebird, and then maybe another, 2 to 3 inch bubble. That's going to be the body of the bird. And then a round bubble, like a 1 inch round bubble, that's going to be the head of the bird. And then you come back down the other side, the head of the other bird, and then the body the same size. Whoops. Okay, my one bird's a little smaller than the other bird. Okay, see what you got there? The two birds kissing, and you just twist it off like that. All right? Real simple. A tail, a body, two heads, another body, and then we have what's left. So what you want to do is you just want to swing it around so that you have another tail that matches. Whoops. And twist it off so that they're sitting up in there. Can you see the two birds sitting in there smooching? All right. Now remember how we twisted the heart? Squeeze the heart. It's a little bit smaller, right? It's okay. Don't panic. Just tuck it down, and maybe you only need one hand to squeeze in here. Give it a couple little squeezes. And now you got two lovebirds on the heart. See that? It's one balloon, and usually when I give it to them, let's see if you can hear it. I go like that, and you won't believe it. The people actually think the balloon is doing it. All you're doing is... And they get all excited. Now, you might say, it's really cute, but it's kind of tiny. I wanted something a little bit more elaborate. We can dress it up a little, folks. Just get another balloon. I'll use purple in this case. Blow it up all the way. Let some air out, the usual. And just find the middle. Hold the two ends together. Slide it up, find the middle, give it a twist. Okay? All you got to do is tuck it right there in the middle, pull it down so you have like the two little legs hanging out there, and just spiral it. Now look, I just spiral it up like that. Can you see how I'm doing that, folks? Till you get to the end and give it a little twist. It helps to tuck it through one more time so it won't come apart. But now your lovebirds are up on top of like a little wand, not a huge wand, just big enough, and they get so impressed with it. It's great for the lovebirds in the audience or at the restaurant. This is also dynamite for people that are having anniversaries. It's a simple design, quick to make, elegant, and it's got a cool little heart design on top. Now, while we're talking about, dressing up that heart, I want to show you something. Because once you make the heart, like we put it on the hat, you can dress it up a little bit too. So, real simply, we're going to do the heart with the two knobs on the bottom just for simplicity purposes. I'm going to tuck it in and squeeze the heart there. There you go. Got your little heart shape. Now look, we're going to put a dog on there. Real simple. We all know how to make the dog. Simple little critter. So you make 1 bubble, 2 bubbles, 3 bubbles. And here's a little dog head right there. Now look, all you got to do is come around. You don't even have to twist it. You just bring to the bottom of the neck. Give it a little twist there. And come down one more time. See, I threw a twist in that time. Bring the tail around. And you got a little dog hanging on the heart. See? Simple. The folks like it. You can give that a little squeeze and blow it. Get that little pom-pom out there. Look at that. One little French poodle. And if you want to get adventurous, you could put another one on the other side. And you got 2 little, puppy love, you want to call it, whatever. Again, really cute for Valentine's, really easy. Now, maybe you want to be a little fancier than a dog. This is what we'll do. We'll make a little blue one. We'll do a bear. Now, the teddy bear, we've talked about the teddy bear in previous videos. Are you guys all watching these videos I've been doing? This is only like number 4 or 5, but if you go down my page, whether it's my personal page, Captain, Jerry Giovinco, or my Captain Visual World's One and Only Super Clown page, you can find the videos. I save them and they're on there. So some of this stuff, you're like, what? He didn't tell me there was a video about. Let me go find it. You can go find it. It's on my Facebook pages, and I share it on Balloon Twister Central and Professional Clowns and other places. And folks, you could go share too. Share it with your friends that might be interested in how to make some of these balloon things, especially if there's some beginners out there. Because I like to do stuff that's accessible to the beginner balloon twisters as well as the more advanced guys. Anyway, enough yak, right? Let's get back to that bear. So the bear is real basic. You start out with the nose, and you're really working the shape of the head. So what we do is I start with the nose is the front of the head, and this is the back of the head. So 2 round bubbles, and then a larger bubble. It's more like 2 inches. That's his cheek. A round bubble, that's his ear. Whoops. Got the visual. And another longer bubble, that's the forehead. Another round bubble, that's the ear. And see how we're working the perimeter of the face? Another one, that's the other cheek. So you can see here, it goes the nose, the back of the head, cheek, ear, forehead, ear, cheek. And then you just lock those guys together. And we're going to take the nose and stick it through. Can you see that bear face? Can you see that bear face starting to show up? Now we're going to twist the ears, and you get the 2 joints, and you kind of pull it out so that the joints come closer, and give it a twist. See that ear? Nice little crescent shape. And you go back to the other side, and you do the same thing. See our cute little teddy bear? Now, what I like to do with the bear is instead of giving him a neck, and you can give him a neck if you want to, but lately I've been doing it this way, where I just loop the arms around and I twist it right at the base of the neck. It makes him look a little chubbier. And then you get his body and you do the same thing, you loop around and you bring the tail. And there's a little bear. See that? Now again, you can do it with or without the neck. Now you can make the heart with just a bear. You can make the heart with just a poodle. You can do a poodle and a bear. You can do 2 bears, whatever you want. But I'm just trying to give you an idea that if you have the basic heart, you can start attaching these little critters on the side. and it's a lot of fun. Back in the day, we used to call this the ooh-ah factor. They would see a little bear, ooh-ah. They liked it. What can I tell you? Something about bears and dogs that are just cute. Now, this one here happens to be probably the most popular thing that I came up with over the years. And again, this came about by listening to the kids in the audience. I was working at Franklin Mills Mall. I know, Scotty Myers, if you're out there, you remember me working at Franklin Mills Mall. And when I was there, I used to have kids coming for balloons all day long. And this one little girl asked for a heart in a heart. I really wasn't exactly sure what she was asking for, a heart in a heart. But this is what I came up with. And as soon as I made it, everybody wanted it. And I've been making them continuously ever since. So this is it. I'm going to blow it up and maybe just leave a little bit of tail. And we're going to loop it around. Now this is important, the size of the loop. This is something you're going to have to get used to. But it's roughly the space where you would be able to put like a 5-inch round or a 6-inch heart. Somebody's saying something to me on here. Yeah, just to let you know, my friend, comment. Oh, okay. I couldn't read the whole thing. It kind of rolled away from me, but I check all your little notes out afterwards, so I'll try to comment back. So keep chatting away, no problem. I just can't see that far away to the screen. Anyway, so we get this little loop, and we're going to twist it so that the knot is on the outside of the twist. And you can kind of tuck it through so it can't come out. But look, it's a little tadpole swimming along there. So it's a loop is basically what you're making with a long tail. Now we're going to do 2 fold twists. 1 fold twist here. Some people like to call these elephant ears. Another fold twist there. And the loop kind of sits up in the crease created by the 2 fold twists. And it'll sit right there. Kind of looks like what they call an ankh. All right? And that is the basis of your wand. Now, this little loop here is what we're going to now turn into a heart. So, if you tuck this in like that, just like we did with the big one, only obviously it's a lot smaller. Get one hand in there, give it a squeeze, and just kind of work that area. When you pull your hand out, it is now a heart-shaped wand. Now, this is the type of thing that you can give somebody just like that, especially if you're doing like line work where you're moving a large volume and maybe the kids are getting swords and girls are getting a heart wand and you're knocking it out with 1 balloon. You know, it's real easy to do. But if we reach into our pocket, remember we talked about the heart-shaped balloon? Ta-da! The good old 6-inch heart. Now, I talked about this before. This is a big tip. I learned from somebody years and years ago. I don't exactly remember. Maybe Mike Decker, maybe Joe St. Marie, maybe some other clown. I don't know. But when you pull your heart out of the bag, always present it to the kids so that it looks like a round balloon. They don't have to see the heart shape. Just show it to them like it's a round balloon. And just give it a little puff so that it's clearly a round balloon. Okay? I like to make little clown jokes, you know, like the clown nose kids, whatever. And they're sure it's a round balloon. You take your finger and you put it right in the middle, right smack in the middle, and you give it a little puff. And now they are sure you made that heart all by yourself like magic. Their eyes pop out, mom's eyes popped out, everybody's impressed. So then you just tie a knot. Okay, so you have your 6-inch heart, you have your heart wand, and I like to just crisscross it across the top there and spin it around and tuck it in that little frame. There you go. A heart wand. I never really came up with a good name for this. Some people call it a heart flower. I call it a heart thang sometimes. Whatever turns the little kids crank. It's kind of neat the way the light's reflecting off of it. You can see that heart shape, isn't it? Spiffy. And look, it's not even one of them fancy chrome balloons. I haven't touched one yet. Who's got the chrome balloons out there? You guys are all going crazy over that chrome. I get crazy over chrome too. When it's on a 57 Chevy, yeah, bring it on, folks. They do look cool though, really cool. I think it was at Larry Moss Origami. Somebody did that bracelet with the chromes. That was nice work. Caught my eye. It was beautiful. Anyway, remember that teddy bear? Here, we'll put a little purple bear on there. We could take our bear, make that bear head, zip it out nice and quick so you guys don't get all bored listening to me. You get bored with me once in a while, don't you? I rattle. I'm a rattler. Bear head, just throw it around. Okie dokie. There you go. One little bear hanging on the heart. This, I'm telling you, you put the bear on there, they go nuts with it. Little story, I was just telling this story yesterday. My wife and I, when we first started doing the twisting, well, my wife sort of followed suit after I was like, honey, I'm giving away too much work. You got to learn how to make these balloon animals. She said, psh, I already know how to do it. I've been watching you for years. Anyway, we used to stand on the street corner in Philadelphia. Still there? Somebody had to call me in the middle of the live feed. So now we're all turned backwards. Good stuff. Is everybody still out there? Anybody? Nobody? Uh-oh. I think we got lost. Oh, they're still out there. Somebody called me on my phone in the middle of the live feed. Who knew? And they're probably going to call back because I hung up on them. Anyway, we would make these things by the handful and stand on the street corner and work for tips. Couldn't crank them out fast enough. Heart wand with a teddy bear. Good stuff. Anyway, let me see what else I got for you. Oh, speaking of hats. Oh, good. They left the voicemail. All right. Sounds like a plan. So we can take this little balloon, blow it up all the way, and you measure a little kid's head. I know what you're thinking. Whose head is that big, Captain Visual? You put the big, I like to put it over to the little kid's head and go, oh my gosh, look how big your head is. They get a laugh out of it. But you measure their head this way and give it a squeeze and tuck that in like that and twist it over, and you have a little base for your tiara. You go back in and you get one of those hearts. Now, my hands are kind of full, but you can still do the thing. Blow the nose. The heart. Lock it in like that. And you got yourself a little heart. Princess crown sitting there. Let me see. I got to see if I can make this thing go away. I can't see you folks. I don't know. Oh boy. You guys still there? Oh my word. Please try not to call Captain Visual when I'm doing my videos. It's a big help. Anyway, Princess Crown, another one really good for Valentine's. Oh man. Now, we were talking about the little bear on the heart thing. You know, there's another way of doing it. You don't have to have the bear hanging onto the heart. You know, we can make the bear standing up. I know, it was pretty cool. Oh, boy. Get yourself the bear. There you go. That bear head. Now look, we're going to give this guy a neck and we're going to do 2 arms. Now, a lot of people will be in a panic right now. Uh-oh, not enough room for the rest of the teddy bear. What are you going to do, Captain Visual? Now, my buddy Ray, he likes to go, here you go, it's a bear popsicle. And the kids will walk around going this way. Never let them see a sweat, right, folks? Don't panic. You can go like that. Or one of the things I like to do is just give it dog legs. There's enough room back there. You can make your bear standing up, okay? It doesn't have to have the 2-fold twist, all right? But you go back in and you get your little 6-inch heart. And you just take that. There you go. Tuck him in there. He's cute and simple, little bear holding a heart. He's not clinging onto the side of it. He's carrying it around. It's a popular item. And, you know, you can go in, you could draw faces on these guys too if you want to. For years and years, all I ever did was do the balloons without drawing on them. And I say this over and over again. The minute you pull the marker out, be prepared to put the marker on every balloon you do after that. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Couple little strokes on there. Look at that little bear. Simple. Now I always have the little bear's tongue sticking out. I do it on the dogs, the cats, everything. I don't know. It became a signature. I don't know why. Maybe I have one of them tongues that hangs out all the time. Who knows? I got a couple more for you. Now, I went over this once before. I like to tease the kids, and I like to say to them, you know, what would you like? You want a hat, an animal, cat, dog, bear, penguin, flamingo, a new boyfriend? All the girls go, ah, a new boyfriend. And if it's a boy, I'll say a new girlfriend. They freak out. Everybody squeals and giggles. But I'm like, no, really, I'll make you one. And it goes over really big with especially the teenage girls. And they blush. Everybody has a good time. And it's simple. Check this out. You just blow it up. Now, we went over this when I did the Joe Cool video, so you might remember it. But you just get a balloon, you blow it up all the way, and you come down. See how I tucked that through so it would stay in place? Kind of looks like a little bit of a fish right there. Well, here, we'll find the middle, and we'll make it look a lot more like a fish. Bloop, bloop, bloop. All right, you got that? Now we just find about 2¾ of the way down. Give it a twist there. This is the old Joe Cool body. And we're just going to pull the chest through. Okay? So it sits up like that. Basic body. All right? Chest, arms, legs, feet. Simple, simple. Now, what I usually do, there's so many cool emoji faces out there now that if you're carrying a bunch of different faces, you can only pop them up. I like to carry the basic smiley face. That way I'm not sitting there trying to decide, well, which emoji face do you like? Now, I usually carry the happy face. And I just stick him right up there, little smiley face guy, and then I get that 6-inch heart. Now, in the case of the boyfriend and the girlfriend, I'll like make a bubble at the bottom of the heart and stick that down there between his hands. Whoops. I'm so excited that the Eagles are in the Super Bowl. I'm distracted, gang. What can I tell you? Anyway, there you go. A little guy holding the heart. Another one is really cute for Valentine's Day. The kids will go bonkers over it. The grown-ups will go bonkers over it. And that's the boyfriend. Now, with the girlfriend, all I do is I dress them up a little. Put a little makeup on. So let's see if you can see it. I just put a little lipstick on her. See? And I put a bow. Just draw a little bow up top there. And then I'll get the black marker. I like to just outline the lips. Outline the lips, give her some eyelashes. And I'll outline the bow. There you go. Can you see that little bow? And that's the new girlfriend. And sometimes they'll be like, where's her hair? I'm going to be like, well, she's bald, blonde, and beautiful. What do you mean? So that's the girlfriend. It's a little transformation right there. Now, kind of have a quickie going on tonight with this Valentine's Day thing. But there's a lot of folks be asking for roses, okay? And there's a lot of beautiful roses out there. I still haven't exactly mastered the rose to the point of some of the really beautiful ones I've seen. But I get a pretty good mileage. But I've been doing this little rosebud for a long time using the 6-inch heart. It's maybe considered cheating. Maybe it's too simple, but it works. So I'll get a green balloon. Now look, since the Eagles are in the Super Bowl, I usually carry standard colors because they're easier to identify. So I'll carry like standard green instead of, you know, emerald green, which this is, the emerald green as a Qualitex balloon anyway. But the emerald green, when it's uninflated, looks black and it's kind of hard to tell it apart. But it looks much more like eagle colors. So I'll crack out the emerald green when the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl or in the middle of football season. And then when it's over, I'm back to standard green. Just got the visual tip for the day. Anyway, we'll take the balloon and we find the middle right there. And we're going to do 2 folds. 1 fold on one side and 1 fold twist on the other. Okay? Now, this is essentially the same thing that I use for a mermaid tail. But we're going to spiral it up till we get to the very end. 2 little bubbles, not like, you know, mermaid fins, but 2 little bubbles, and that's going to be the stem. And then I'll get a 6-inch heart, blow it up, and sit it in right there. And, you know, I'll give them that like a little rosebud. Okay, it's, you know, not very complicated. It plays nice, and they do like it. But, you know, people can get a little bit fancier, especially if you're going gaga with the hearts. You can get 2 hearts, right? Okay, and tie them together. Now, I'm not much of a balloon decorator. You know, I'm more what they call a twister. So I think they call this a duplo. Somebody tell them what it's called. And then you do it again. It's kind of how you build arches, right, folks? Whoa, look at this. You know it's Qualitex when, oh my goodness, I got twins, conjoined twins. 2 more hearts. Alright, so you got 2 hearts, 2 sets of 2, I should say 4 hearts, and you tie them together like so. Get that green balloon out. Now, just for fancy's sake, we're going to make a tulip twist. Just a little tulip twist at the top to make it look prettyful. Okay, see that? And lock your hearts in. Alright, see that flower, folks? And then 2 fold twists down here for leaves. And there's a big, gymongous heart flower for you. There you go. That's another good one for Valentine's. Now look, you can see what's happening right there, right? If you take those red hearts and make them green hearts, all of a sudden you're gearing up for St. Patty's Day, which is only another month away, right? So you can do it with, it's a 4-leaf clover. Hey, you know what? Since we're talking about it, we may as well, and since it's green, another set of conjoined twins. Oh my goodness. What are the odds, folks? Oh, that Super Bowl can't come fast enough, gang. Now, I was really debating on making some Eagles balloons tonight, but I have to be honest, I get a little, superstitious. And sometimes I think if I get a little too heavy with the balloons, I jinx the team. So I don't want to jinx anybody. So I'm not going to go down that road tonight. I'm just going to sport all my Eagles stuff. Alright, same basic idea. Alright, we're getting ahead of our St. Patty's Day curve. Now I bet you guys are going to want to see leprechauns and stuff like that when we get closer to St. Patty's Day. So we'll keep it in mind. But there you go, look at that. There's your 4-leaf clover with the 6-inch hearts. And you put that out there. Now, you know why we needed the 4-leaf clover, right? For good luck for the birds! Yeah, we want some good luck out there. Oh my goodness. So I didn't go crazy on you guys tonight. 42 minutes, not bad. I usually clear an hour. But I think we did some pretty basic stuff. It's Valentine's Day. Basically, get the kids, hearts. Put hearts in their hands and they're happy. Everybody knows Valentine's about romance and hearts and that stuff. But definitely don't forget, if you're doing restaurant work, don't just focus on the kids. The couples are out romancing on Valentine's Day. If you're working in a restaurant on Valentine's Day, do the kids, but make it a point to address the couples, young and old, and they will like it. They will tip you. They will be so happy to be included. And I can tell you, the guys like the cheap Valentine's presents for their girlfriends. They'll be like, oh, wow, I forgot to get her something. Can I get a balloon off you there, Mr. Balloon Person? So take advantage of it. Make them all happy out there, folks. So just one more real quick plug. I started an Etsy store, so if you're looking for balloon artist field bag, and I tell you, they were really successful at the Florida Super Jam. Had a great time down there. A bunch of folks got them. I've been getting calls for more. I make them in all different colors. Like I said, I got my Eagle one on right now. The normal one I carry is red and blue. I couldn't wear it today because it's Patriot colors. No! So I set it to the side and make sure I have my Eagle one. And I'll be wearing this bag this weekend as I go out there and cheer the boys in green. So I got that. I got the plumber kazoos are also up on the Etsy page. The plumber's on eBay. So if you go on eBay and just put in PL Hummer, kazoo, they come up there. And you can contact me on my personal page, Jerry Giovinco, or Captain Visuals, World's One and Only Super Clown. Like the page, like it, build that following up. Why not? And anybody knows me knows that I'm a, pretty accessible guy. So if you have questions, you want my numbers on my webpage, captainvisual.com. Feel free to call me, text me, and I'll be happy to go over, if you want anything special with your field bag or you've got questions, stay in touch. Anyway, enjoy the Super Bowl, folks. Don't celebrate too much if you're an Eagle fan and they bring home that Lombardi trophy. We're really got our fingers crossed for a parade, and we'll probably be talking between now and Valentine's Day, but I've been kind of busy. My wife and I are gearing up for a little bit of move. We're going to move from the Garden State to the Sunshine State. So we've been a little busy, and that's why you haven't seen quite as much of me as usual. But I'll get back on the horse and get things steady as we progress here. But anyway, if by some reason I might miss you for Valentine's Day, have a happy Valentine's Day. Stay in touch, folks. Keep an eye out, and go Eagles! See you guys later. Say what? I see you, Bill. Yep, you heard it. Bye, gang.